All right, good evening. All right, here we go, good. Good evening from the city of Lagos. My name is Yomi Oyelami, and I'm welcoming you from everywhere on the world that you are watching us tonight. Are you in the morning? Are you in the afternoon in your part of the world? Or are you in the night? It's so good to have you join us on Touch a Cell with Tori and the gang. And I'm so happy that I'm having a brand new member of the gang join us tonight. Deborah, how are you doing?
I'm fine, finally. Good evening, Yomi. Good evening, everyone. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So good to hear from you.
Good to see you again.
How's your day going?
Well, it's going well. Thank you.
All right. Interesting. I'm still trying to get audio on your end.
Okay, can you hear me?
I'm trying to get the audio on your end. Can you hear me?
I can hear you properly, yes.
Hi there.
Hi, Yomi. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Great.
Okay, good.
All right. So, Debbie, earlier in the day, I was just thinking, selfie or selfless?
Yeah.
Like something happens now, and I'm thinking, should I be selfless and help the people in this condition, or should I just be looking at how I'm going to take a selfie? So that's what we are talking about tonight. How we can build an empathetic society. So Debbie, what do you think?
I think it's good to
Before
be
we bring in our
selfless.
guest.
Can you hear me, Yomi? Can you hear me? Okay. So I think we'll have our guest for tonight. Yomi, are you there? Can you hear me?
Deb, can we hear you? We are not getting the audio from your end.
Okay, we have our guest for tonight. I think we'll just introduce them. Then we'll... Hi, Lauretha. Good evening.
Good evening, Debbie.
So I'm going to introduce our first guest for the night, and her name is Lauretha. Lauretha Nwaigwe is a human resource business partner with diversified knowledge of HR as an organization function. She has gained experience in some field function of an organization. On the side, she's a serial entrepreneur, providing event services and into the sales of cars and with more sectors to dive into the future. She believes nothing is impossible. Please let's make welcome Lauretha Nwaigwe to the show.
Thank you
Hi,
so much,
Lauretha.
Debbie. Thank you. I don't know, can you hear me very well?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening. We
Oh,
can't see you.
sorry, I'm experiencing power issues, so I really
Okay.
don't know if you can see me.
All right. Yes. It's fine. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice being here.
Yes. So, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Um, what else is there to say? Okay, I'm Lauretha. Currently working as a human resource person, but aside from that, I am a serial entrepreneur on the side, basically. What else? I got to know about my status as a warrior, my GSS3 precisely. Yeah, and that's pretty much about it now.
Okay. So, let me start my question for the day. So, I want to ask, can you tell us what the meaning of empathy from your own perspective, what you understand by the word empathy?
Okay. Thank you for that question. I was really looking forward to it, in all honesty. So, if I should define my own meaning of empathy,
Yes.
kindly pardon me to also borrow the other word that is normally being used in relation with
Yes.
it, called sympathy. So, when someone say I sympathize with you, it means that okay, I feel pity for what you're going through. I don't know if you
Yes.
understand. I feel
Yes.
for what you're going through. I feel pity basically. I'm sorry. And it's just there. But when someone say I empathize with you, the person is trying to say I may not wear the exact shoe with you, but I
Okay.
am deeply, deeply sorry and remorseful for what you're going through. And in any way, I want to be available for you to, in every little way I can be. I don't know if you understand. There's a difference.
Yeah.
The empathy, the person is stretching forth his or her hand of kindness in any little way possible. I don't know if you get.
Yes.
Person is not just saying sorry and moving on. Like Abayomi said earlier on, take a picture or go ahead to help. So the person is
Yeah.
actually helping instead of standing by to take a picture and say, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Larissa. That's a good one. So, hi, Yomi, welcome back. Can you hear me,
Thanks,
Yomi?
Deb.
Okay, so it seems your network is a bit unstable. It's gone off again. Yomi, can you hear me? Okay, Lawrence, I think we'll just have to continue without Yomi. His network is a bit off and on, so we'll just go ahead. Okay, Loretta is off. Yomi, can you hear me? Whoa, well, so sorry. I think we're having network issues. So basically, our topic for today is raising an empathetic society. So it takes a whole lot to raise a society where people get to empathize with you. A whole lot of people don't understand what it means because we sort of feel most time you just want to see people and have pity on them, not knowing exactly what it is you're going through. Yummy? Okay, Loretta, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, loud and clear.
Okay, all right. So we'll just continue with our question for the night. I don't know. Yomi, are you stable now? Okay, so Lauretha, can you please tell us if there's a major difference between empathy and sympathy? Can you break it down to a human understanding whereby people on the street, people who don't have basic knowledge about it can understand and relate with?
Okay, so like I earlier gave an example, sympathy is just saying sorry, like I'm sorry, and that's just it. In other words, you're saying sorry that doesn't reach your heart. Maybe it's
Yeah,
just from your esophagus to your mouth, and you're saying sorry. I don't know if you understand,
yes, I do.
but empathy is coming from your heart. Empathy is deeply rooted from the heart. You're saying, I'm really sorry, and I want to be there for you in any little way I can be there for you. It doesn't have to be monetarily, it doesn't have to be materially. There's so many
Okay.
ways we could reach out to the other, trust me, in our present society. It's just kindness and all.
Okay. All right. So I want to ask when there's when it's a case like this happen that people get to suffer rejection, they lose their job, they sometimes have issues with academics, sometimes relationship happens, there's breakup and all. People tends to find like they have difficulty in balancing either to see if it's sympathy or empathy. So I want to sort of see how you can explain to us how to manage how to manage, probably should I say how to handle cases like that.
Okay. First thing first, at least it's a good thing that I'm a warrior. So
Yeah.
I like to speak from practical experience. Basically, I believe in mental health is key, and it cuts across just we warriors. It's something that every single living human being needs. Basically, human like mental health, mental stability is really key.
Yes.
So I believe one thing in trying to, and we warriors as a whole, right from cradle, if you understand, we've suffered a whole lot of mental issues. You get, so it's only wise as you mature, as you age, you try to help your mental stage, you try to build your mental capabilities, if you understand, like make it stable. How do you do this? Know one thing for sure, you matter. You first, you have to learn, as in I think that's a point we need to get to, and that's why when it seems like we're rejected or neglected, it hits us so hard because we've not been able to learn to truly love and appreciate ourselves first. If we've gotten to the point where we can learn and appreciate our, trust me, it's not a day work, it's something you have to gradually do. Learn to
Sure.
appreciate and love yourself first amidst everything. Know you are important, know you're very valuable, love yourself amidst everything, amidst the bad words people will say to you and so many other things that you would go through. When you've come to that place of self-love, it's easy for you to navigate whatever challenges it might be. So, in terms of work, basically work rejection and the rest, I understand it. Like I said, if there's anything I know I've come to notice with my years um, of paying attention to some things is this: when you are not mentally, like when mentally you're disturbed and you don't even love yourself. You know, number one thing about we warriors, stress is like our major trigger, and stress
Yes.
can come from
Absolutely.
so many angles. Trust me, if there's one way we get stressed out that affects our daily activities in our workplaces, for those of us at work, is the fact that we've not been able to manage our mental health, our emotions. And then you find yourself breaking down in between work, and then, yes, it now becomes a problem to your employers. Do you understand? So
Yes, I do.
if you've come to the place of self-love where you are mentally okay, you know how to navigate, you have that emotional intelligence, stress reduces. Do you understand? Stress
I
reduces, and
understand.
then if you make yourself a key value. Now, let me give a practical example. Pardon me too. May I go ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, you earlier asked I should give a brief introduction about me. I think I'll just I think this might still involve that part too. So I'm trying to
Okay.
take you back to my life back in 2009 to 2011 basically. So like I said, I got to learn about my status in JSS3, and everything made sense from where I was coming from then. And ever since then, I said to myself, because then there was this popular phrase, if you understand, like this popular saying that we don't get to live to our 21. If we're lucky, maybe 21, and then we pass on, if you understand. So getting to learn at that tender age with so many plans I had for my future, it was really heartbreaking. But then I said to myself from that period, I learned that with the little period I have left on earth, at least I would keep striving. If I don't achieve everything I plan to, I'd achieve the ones I can before finally in 21 I pass on. Like I believed it then. So my plan was immediately I was done with my senior YF,
Mhm.
SSC. I started looking for job. I was job hunting because I knew I was going to be the one to put myself through school. Um, My mother already had a whole lot. My father already gave up on me long ago. So yeah, I had to put myself through school. So I remember approaching my mom immediately I was done my SSC, even before my validity service. And I was like, I want to start working. Are you going to help me or will you let me do it? Yes, I was that ambitious. At
Okay.
least who I was health wise. So if you notice one thing with warriors, naturally we are intellectual. Have you
Yes.
observed
Very,
our
very.
IQ does not operate the same way with so many other people out there? We are that
That's
blessed.
true.
If only we can tap into that skill and navigate. There's so many
Amazing.
companies out there that want such kind of brain. So I knew that, and then you see me basically equipping it much more, exposing myself to so many other knowledge that profited me in the line I was going through. So yes, from that age, 2009, I already started working. 2011, I got that was like the peak of my professional career. 2011. Now I'm the kind of person that, aside from companies that will make it mandatory that you have to run medical tests before they employ you, there are companies that would not require that medical test. So then in 2011, thankfully, the company I was working, they didn't require the medical test at inception. So I
Okay.
was able to scale through interview. Do you understand? I
Yes.
would normally not speak about my genotype. I have always believed in one thing: see what I can do. Like, see my abilities, see me for what I can bring to the table, for what I can add to your company. Then we can now visit my health if it ever occurs. Do you
Okay.
understand? So I was able to
Yes.
scale through the interview, and I started working with him. And I was like one of the most hardworking staff he had,
Wow.
multitasking at so many levels. It was a hotel. I started so like it was a hotel. I was just an SSC holder then. Because of how hardworking I was, within a short period, I was given a supervisory role. Within another short period again, I was like promoted to an acting manager. I was still an SSC holder as at then. Do you understand? Now, because
Yes.
of how hardworking I was, we were running shifts. So you see me if I was to be on morning shift, you still meet me afternoon, you still meet me towards the evening. Work was everything I had before obviously I gained admission. So like work was my only life. I was that's sold to my career. So one fateful night when I was at work, so I'd attended to like close to 60. I've actually lodged or yeah, attended to like close to 60 customers that day in the hotel. So I was drenched, but you would not know. I didn't see this coming. You know how attacks can come. It comes at night,
Yes. Yes.
unexpected. I was at work and I had just finished. I think I worked double shift that day. Like I said, I was just doing it out for fun, and that was why I was picked out to be one of the most hardworking. So I didn't know this was going to happen, and I was now wearing high heels. I think it was like 1 inch or 2 inch high heels. Man, since that experience till date, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't do heels. If I'm going to do
Wow.
heels, man, I'm paying attention to my muscles, to the bones that connect. I
Yeah.
want to say, oh yeah, it's enough, pull it out. So like that, I was wearing heels throughout while I was attending to these people, taking them back and forth with the concierge. And at night, I was just done taking. I think that was my lunch, but I was taking it at night, like around to 12 past 12. And then before you know, it came.
Okay.
It happened. They had not seen me like that. So my concierges that were around thought maybe I was like acting a film or something. At a
Yeah.
point, they started getting worried. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I took the pills I had. It wasn't working. Then I knew it was beyond that. And then it was
Mm.
getting out of hand. With the little strength I had, before I, fainted, I had to scream. I am a
Wow.
sickle cell. Like I screamed it so loud with the little voice I had, and that was how I passed out.
Where did
Now,
you
this
go
was the
from?
question. My CEO, because my CEO was someone that was always monitoring the activities of his company then with the
Okay.
CCTV camera. So he's always on. He knows what was happening. So immediately, you have people rushing, and then they were like, I could remember the last thing before I could not, I became unconscious. My CEO kept asking, sickle cell, how? Everybody, how? Do you understand?
Understand? Yes.
Because over time, I had proven more strength beyond what the world paints us to be.
Mm.
Do you understand? I
Yes.
had never seen, like a doctor once told me years back, I'd never seen being a warrior as a disability, even though that's how the society seems to paint it.
Okay.
Rather, I see it as an ability. So it happened, and after that, it just led to more blessings upon more blessings. What am I trying to say? When we keep using warriors because we are warriors, and then we've not come to the place of mental stability, and it will keep breaking us. At our place of work, it will break us. In studies, it will break us. In school, trust me, there were times I would miss school. There were times I even had competitions. I was the one writing. You see me writing from the sick bed, and I'll try to see how to get it to school. I've always been a fighter because actually we were born to be fighters.
Well done.
You get. So
Lauretha, well done. I really admire your courage. It's a whole lot. You're doing
so we were
well.
born to be fighters. If only we can come to that place where we empathize with ourselves first, because I think there's this scientific word that said you attract what can you help me conclude it? Something like your energy attracts your like kind. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so like if we come to that place where we love ourselves unconditionally, I think every other thing shall begin to fall in places. I
Yes.
think I'm very positive about that. But it starts with
Okay.
us. It starts with
First.
us.
Yes, it has to start with us first.
Yeah.
So, looking at the society, do you think we're losing our sense of empathy?
Obviously. And when I say this, I'm not just saying it for warriors.
Okay.
I'm saying it generally as human beings.
Okay.
Yes, we are, in all honesty. When we talk about building an empathetic society, I want to come from the general view of being a human being, first of all. You know, we are quick to forget that we were made from dust, and to dust we shall return. Each and every one of us, no matter your status quo, no matter your bank accounts, every one of us.
That's for
You
sure.
understand? So yes, we are
Yes.
losing out on this. It doesn't take anything from you, no matter how busy you are. So once in a while, check up on people, even though they don't check up on you. Just be kind, be humane. The way you treat the janitor, the way you treat the concierge, the way you treat the security guard, everybody just be humane. It doesn't hurt anyone. So when I say
Show a
empathetic,
bit of
I refer
kindness.
generally.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think sometimes we as human we tend to do or probably act like people who have disorder, probably people who have disability cannot do much by themselves. So they make it seem as if, oh, because you have this disability, you can't belong to this class of society. So they push you away because they feel you don't have enough strength to be out there. You get? So it's a whole lot. I think we as society we can do more, not just do
Yeah,
more, we can encourage one another. We can encourage one
yeah,
another, be a shoulder to someone so
it's
that
true.
one person can lean on you, give them your words, make them believe you can be there for them no matter how hard it is and they
Exactly.
can pull through. Yes. So do you think we can encourage an empathetic society?
Sure, why can't we? I've always believed it should be a motto that we should even start. Like, if Africa as a whole, the black race, most especially, if we're going to stand a better chance in the future, I feel we should start doing that now. We need each
Okay.
other. We are like the hole in a broom, you know. Divided, we can be easily taken out, but together, we can't even begin to discuss, the power in that. So yes, we should start building an empathetic society, and it starts with each and every soul. You, I, each and every soul.
Okay. I just wanted to ask, do you think it's a good thing for people to start bottling their feelings because of the fear of being judged when a certain things is being said to them?
Okay, if I get your question correctly, you mean when something hurtful is said to them and they just
Yes,
keep it in.
and because of the fear of someone judging you wrongly, you tend to sort of bottle your feelings, your emotions, because you don't want them to look at you in a way that you won't be comfortable with, and because you're scared of them saying things you don't like, hurtful things to you. In cases like that, do you think people should start bottling their emotions?
I'll give you another particular experience. Prior to when I learned about my genotype,
Yes.
I used to be the one that would bottle my feelings up. I had I'm the kind of person that when I call you my friend, I go all the way for you. When I've given you my open shoulder and I welcome you, I can do whatever it takes for you. So you see these people like taking me for a ride, if you understand, taking my kindness for a ride. And then you see
Yes.
them saying things, hurtful things that you just want to take your life as if you're not going through enough. And you see me bottle it in. And then rather I'll have late nights, soaking my pillow in tears, wishing for death and all of those stuff. But since after I learned,
Okay, it seems Lauretha is having a bit of network
and
issues.
I bought to date.
Okay, welcome.
Sorry about this. Can you hear
Yeah.
me? So
Yes,
no
I
more
can hear
till
you.
dates. So like you say like from there in SS1, you say anything hurtful to me right there and there. If it doesn't go down well with my emotion, I'll let you know what you just said doesn't make sense. Like I'll let you know in a polite way if I could then, because then I was very blunt. I'm still blunt. I'm still the blunt type. I say the way it is. If your
Yes.
statement is very, very not wise, I'll let it and put it straight to you, you know, of how unwise you were with your statements. You need to go check yourself again. So I don't
Hmm.
feel bottling things up really help our emotion. Except maybe I don't know if you're Iron Man and your heart is iron. We all are human beings and our emotions are, trust me, our emotions, our mind, they play like a huge role in our life as a whole. So
Yes.
if bottling it up is not going to help you, bottling things up does not help you become better, does not help you to be happy. Because remember what I said first of all, it's about you. So if you don't want to be happy, please please Sorry, my network keeps jamming. So if it doesn't help you being happy, please, please
Okay, so can you hear me? Okay, so
can
I
you hear
want
me?
to, yes, okay, I can hear you. So I would
Yeah.
love you guys to drop your comments. You can ask your questions. What do you think? Do you think as a society we're not doing enough when it comes to empathy? I would like us to share, to get our own perspective, to know what it feels like to show empathy to someone who doesn't understand what it is. Okay, I think Lauretha is off. So,
No, I'm here. I'm here.
okay,
Sorry. I
okay,
think
all
my
right,
video.
okay. You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can.
So, do you think empathy can be taught?
Hmm. Well, if daily we show how we can love each other, in other words, be empathetic to each other, that I think that's another form of learning, right? For example, it's like showing love to the next person. It's like being kind to the next person. I think that's another way of learning. So yeah, it can be
Okay.
true examples, practical examples of what you do to the next person, of how you treat the next person. Yes.
Mhm. Okay. So, what are the steps you would suggest when it comes to empathy, showing empathy?
Okay, first of all, you really do not know the shoe the other person is wearing. But when
Yes.
you're empathetic, you're saying, I don't know what the shoe you're putting on exactly. But
Okay.
believe me, I want to be here for you in any way you want me to be here for you. If you need someone to talk to, even if I am busy, if you call me, I don't pick, please leave me a message. Trust me, I will rush to respond to it once I grab my phone. If you need
Okay.
a shoulder to cry on, if you need a shoulder to lean on, if you want to see me in person, I may be busy, but I'll make that time to definitely be that shoulder for you. I don't know if you understand. So like these are
I
some
do. Yes.
stability and because everybody these days in our society, I'm busy. Like really, we are all busy. And funny thing is life is not waiting for us.
We need
We're
to
busy till we
create
go to our
time.
grave. So the little time you have, please be kind. Please reach out. The next person might not be reaching out to you in the same way you are, but you need to reach out to them.
I think one of ways we can show empathy is by encouraging.
I remember there was a time you always check up on me. You
Okay.
understand? Like it
Uh,
doesn't kill you no matter how busy you are.
again, go on. I can hear you.
Yeah, so that's it basically. It doesn't kill no matter how busy you are. Just be able to stretch for that hand. Those are ways you can be empathetic actually.
All right. I think we should first of all learn to understand the other person. Let's to understand what they're going through first. When you understand, we should also be able to encourage them and make them feel they're not in it alone. We can do a whole lot. We should encourage them and make them believe they've got you, support them. I think the major thing there is support. We should learn to support
Exactly.
them. Yami, do you have anything?
Support.
Yes.
Yes. May your network not play village people on you. Say amen.
Yes.
Oh, all right. You know when you are prepared, and network is not doing any. I'm angry.
Terrible.
All right.
I
So,
get.
Loretta, Lauretha,
Yes, sir.
my question would be around suicide. Yesterday was World Suicide Prevention Day, and you meet someone. Of course, in fact, some people even share it on social media. They tell you, "Oh, I think I might end it now." But there are two sides of the coin. Some people just say, "Go and die now," and some people will feel, "Can I just reach out to this person?" What do
Your
you
meeting don't
suggest
share
that we
there.
do when you see someone
Uh,
in suicidal mission?
Sorry, Yomi, you would have to repeat your question because network went bad in between.
Yes.
You talked
Okay,
about
okay,
suicide. Okay, what
okay,
about
okay,
suicide?
okay. Yeah, yeah. So I was talking about suicide. Now,
Okay.
some people will even go on social media to tell you that probably they are going through a lot and they feel that they should end it now. So
Yeah.
when you face such cases, how should you handle it? Should you just bone the person and tell him, "Go and die, Jore, and leave us alone"? Or should you try and reach out and find a means of making that person trying to find out what the person is going through?
Okay, so first things first, like like I said earlier, it's all about you. Social media is not a good it's so not a good platform for you to even, first of all, it messes with your emotional stability
Yes.
and your mental it questions your mental stand. So it's not even a place at all for you to now say you want to bottle or be able to relate with some persons. Have you seen trolls? Have you seen trolls? Internet trolls? They don't care. That is just for the fun at the moment, even though you are real with your statements. Do you understand? So I do not encourage anyone with social media, first of all. If you know you don't have that mental strength, if you know you don't have that emotional strength, please avoid it and keep building yourself. Then, if you are like in a closed platform, maybe like a small WhatsApp group, basically focused on some certain issues, and yes, someone throw out there like, "This is what I'm going through,"
Okay.
please pick up your phone, try and call that person. The person obviously is not in the mood to talk.
Okay.
Be careful of the message you text, but chat the person up and be able to relate to the person's heart. The person is a warrior. I'm also a warrior like you. What do you think you've been through? Give the person some sort of like some part of your story, real life event, or at least someone's story that you know of, that's really horrifying, and the person's skill trend is doing well today. And let them know there are much more people out there going through worse. But just take a look at where they are today. Do you understand? It's all about perseverance. If you die and you go, it's
I
like
get.
you never existed. So what was the whole fight for?
Mm.
I don't know if you get, if it was like you died while you were, maybe you died when you were like just 6 months or something. It's different. You didn't experience anything. But not when you've come to earth and you've lived 12 years, 13 years, 20 years, and you're not thinking of suicide. No, no, no. You fought this far. You must be able to relate to other people and let them know life. There is hope. You just have to keep pushing, and you are very significant. Very. You understand?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes. So I'm seeing a comment here from Oluwada Isiola Sende. He's saying empathy is actually innate for those who display it. So I'm thinking, can empathy be learned? Can it be
Empathy
a
can
skill?
be learned.
Can empathy be a skill that we can learn?
That's what I'm saying. It can be learned. It can be learned by seeing what other people do to the other. I don't know if you understand.
Okay, by seeing other
Because
people
that's
do
another
it.
form. Exactly. That's another form of learning. It's like when the pastor is preaching this and the pastor is doing another thing, you're teaching a different message. But if the pastor is preaching this and the pastor is doing it,
Okay,
leading by example, you are teaching
Yes.
others how to learn practically.
great, great.
I
And,
think we
and,
should
and that
learn.
brings me to the
We should learn to teach because I think
Debbie,
it's
you're
not just the
talking.
people who understand. Because I think first of all, one thing is to understand something, and another thing is to make use of it, put it into meaning. You
Practice.
don't just, when you say
Yeah.
something and the person don't understand, it's difficult for the person to get used to it. It takes time for the person to practicalize what has been taught. So I sort of feel when you say something and the person don't understand, you should create time to put the person through. There should be a follow-up. Now you guide the person to make sure the person is doing what you've said. So that I think with time the person will grow to learn what it is. And from there, I think we'll build a better society.
Yeah.
Mm. Interesting, interesting. And I like the perspective you brought it from. So the perspective of observing, the perspective of observing people who do it and then going on to practice. I think that is a very good way to practice, to learn skills like this. Since many times our schools we don't even have the opportunity of learning these things in school. It's not in our curriculum. So and
Yeah.
it is a very important thing for us to actually put into practice. Now, so another question that will come to my mind is um, when people we live in that generation where everything seems like entertainment to us. I don't know, Lauretha, do you agree with that?
Very
We
true.
just
Very, very true.
we just want to post, we just want somebody to like our post. Yes. And if you did a post and you didn't get one like, does it mean those people
Become
are not
emotionally
empathetic to
distant.
you?
Yeah.
Loretta, what do you think?
No, that is the truth. If you post something now and then nobody gets to like, you're like, what's wrong with me? This is how the post is not good. Make sure you now post your picture. This is how you're not fine enough. Was it the way I was smiling? Was it the way I was standing? Yeah, it affects you a lot.
I get.
Okay,
All right,
Lauretha, are
Loretta,
you
there's a
there?
question from, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so there's a question from Toby
Great.
Olaidon. He said, many thanks, Lauretha. Do you think if government punishes organizations for lacking inclusivity, empathy to person living with disabilities will work? Or will it be better or the other way around if government publicly rewards
Mm.
organizations who displayed inclusivity?
So it will actually be nice.
Loretta,
Yeah, I'm here. Are you with me?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so it will actually be nice if we have a society generally. I want to remove the government trail here. Pardon me,
Yes.
Toby, because really, these people, if you understand what they are there for, you won't really want to bother your emotions and mind with it. But I really would, it really would make a whole lot of sense if we have a society globally that awards and applauds organizations, that are able to employ people with seeming disability, train them and basically give them what they are due for as time goes on. I don't know if you understand. When you
Yes.
employ people with disability and you give them
yeah.
promotion if they deserve it, things like that. If the society globally can begin to appreciate such organizations, I think we can begin to create a different mindset as to how people view people with disabilities.
I think it
And
should start from
on that note of, yeah, on that note of giving rewards to organizations who display inclusivity, I would like to congratulate every member of the Paralympic team of Nigeria who went to the last Paralympic Games. Those guys did awesomely. They came back with 10 medals. 10 medals.
we're
That
trying.
our Olympic teams, they just came with 2 medals alone. One silver, one bronze. So it's awesome. It's awesome what people can do when we give them the opportunity to do it. When we give them
Exactly.
that level playing field. And that is what I feel
Exactly.
that Mr. Toby was trying to ask there, that do we do the carrot and stick approach, which should we use more? So it's awesome, it's awesome, it's awesome. So Debbie,
Yes,
any question
Yomi.
from your end?
No, I think I'm fine. I would just love to add that when it comes to empathy, it should start from us as an individual.
Yeah.
Yes, it should start from us as an individual. There is a neighbor who's there who's going through something you don't know. Try as much as you can, reach out to that person, have a conversation with them, understand their situation, and try to help them out.
Yomi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, because I think Toby network paused. So let's just wait for her or something.
Okay.
Oh,
So I
yeah, yeah.
think
So, okay,
it should start
okay,
from
okay, okay.
us.
So,
Learn
Debbie,
to
are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Your network paused for a while.
Okay. We should learn to engage people.
All right.
We should learn, yeah, to engage people. There are ways you can actually make someone open up to you. There are things that people will not want to share because of the fear of being
Exactly.
judged. So
Yeah.
when we engage them in the right way, make them believe they can be able to open up to us and not bottle things up, it will be a great idea if we be
Yeah.
able to learn how to drop our ego aside and relate with people nicely without making them feel bad about themselves.
Exactly. Like that's very true.
Okay. So Yomi, do you have anything?
Yeah, yeah. So it's just been, I think Lauretha has done justice to many of our questions, and I can see the applause from the comment section, and I know that we are going to even have more for those people who are going to be watching this telecast later, and that is so interesting. Thank you very much, Lauretha. Now, today is 9/11. 9/11, 20 years ago, was the day that the World Trade Center came down because of terrorists who hijacked planes in America. We are reaching out to people of America on this day. We are reaching out to people who lost lives. We are people, the family of people who lost lives. We are reaching out those people who had injuries or who lost some limbs and everything. And we hope that we will be able to build an empathetic world where everybody has the opportunity to thrive and everybody will live in peace and not in fear.
Yeah.
That is very critical. That's very critical. In Japan is saying something here. He says social media has made bad news so rampant that one's senses can become desensitized and lead to a lack of empathy. Let's you have a comment on that?
Yes, I do. So, first thing first, don't blame them because the world you we find ourselves, because end of the day, who are their markets? It's the same you and I, the same people,
Mm.
individuals. And apparently it
Yeah.
seems that the market that sells much more is the bad news kind of
Mm.
markets. If you post
Everything
something
seems to be
good,
like an
Bad
if you
news
post
sale.
something good that is going to help you today, I don't know if you get post something good that is going to help you today become a better person tomorrow, you
yeah.
get a low turnover. But if you post gossip,
Mm.
I'm a bo, this is happening in social place, this is what is happening in your favorite select. I don't know if you get the highest view and all of that, and
Yeah,
it's going
that's
viral. So
true.
it's the market
Mm.
that sells for them. But you as an individual, and most especially when you were born with some sort of responsibility has placed so much on you, you owe yourself one thing to make sure you're able to balance your mental state and your emotional state. If it's going to take you avoiding, I remember there was a time I had to avoid social media for a very long, I mean, Facebook precisely, for a very long time. So you rather just see me on WhatsApp. If you're sending me link, check this on Facebook, you're on your own. No. You are on your own. I won't even make the mistake. So I know I was capable enough to go on that platform. I would see what I want to see and I will not be moved. So people need to get to that point where you have to develop yourself mentally and emotionally to be able to withstand the things around you today. That's what I'm going to say about social media, because that's what sells. Apparently, you won't blame them.
It takes a whole lot. There are times you see things on social media and you'll be like, it seems you're not doing enough.
Exactly.
If
Exactly.
you're not capable of handling some things, I don't think you'll be able to stand it, because
You get it.
there's a whole lot going on. You just need to build your mind to.
Aside from that, if I should just add this before I forget, sorry. It's what's it called? Aside from social media, we have one that is very direct. It has to do with people around us and the
Yes.
words they say to us. It could be in school, it could be in university, it could be at a workplace, it could be in a social gathering. The people directly around us and the words they say to us at that point. Because trust me, you have some people say some very like
Nasty
their
things.
words alone right there have killed you. I don't know if you understand. You are living, but you are dead inside. It takes courage for you to resurrect yourself again. So if we're able, that's why I said mental
Yeah.
health and emotional stability, you can't even negotiate it. You have to get yourself to that
Mm.
point, constantly build yourself to that point, so that when they are coming social media, you know
Mm.
how to handle them. People call me I'm a savage. I'll tell you one thing, people around me, if they don't say Loretta is too blunt or Loretta is too rude or she has a condescending attitude, they'll say she's a savage. I don't know if you understand. Because there is
So
nothing
we
you
should
want
start
to
calling you
tell me.
Lauretha Savage.
Because there's nothing you want to tell me at my present stage. Maybe when I was much younger, but not now. There is nothing you want to tell me that is going to break me down. Do you understand? And I'll make you know. I would put you in a point that you have to go and question your existence as a human being. Are you really doing it right? I don't know if you get. So if we as individuals can get to that point where we're emotionally and mentally stable, all this will be nothing. Trust me, all this will be nothing. Rather, we'll keep soaring, through it all. We'll keep flying higher through it all. Mental health is key. We can't begin to joke about it. Mental health is key, and it gets to affect our emotions too.
Mental health is key.
Yeah, it
Mental
is.
health is key. Mental health is key. I need to underline that. Thank you very much, Loretta, for your submission today. Debbie, are you here?
Yes, I'm back.
Great, 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 great. All right, I think on this note we can round up the show. Debbie, are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So can you do us the honors?
Yes, I would say I think we should learn to build walls around ourselves. Not everything that is being said that we should take in. Learn to filter. There are things you can just see and act as if it doesn't concern you. Learn to filter things. Pick the one that are more important to
Exactly.
you, that you think that
Exactly.
it's valuable to you, that you can be able to handle and make use of.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, we've come to the end of the show for today. This is Touch a Cell show with Zoe and the gang. So I want to say thank you to everyone out there. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platform on Sammy Update on Facebook, on Instagram, Sammy Updates, on YouTube, it's Sammy Updates TV. Thank you so very much. Lauretha, we want to say thank you. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you. Even despite the network off and on, you were able to pull through. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you, Sammy. I really
All right.
appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
The next
Bye.
edition The Touch Excel show will be on the 25th of September, the same time. Don't forget to tune in, and please subscribe and like our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and have a lovely weekend. See you. All right, Yomi. Bye.
All right, there. Bye.
Bye. Take care.